school never said a word. That's how it works. One hell. Oh. Player 1 and player 2 collide. But we got it right. Oh, I'm fucking horrible. Guys, I am exhausted. Exhausted. The snow is so heavy. I spent 5 hours shoveling today. These storms are stupid. And this is the heaviest snow we've had. And I don't know how long. Like, crazy. Just crazy. Anyway, I hope it's done. It's done at least for tomorrow. Because I got to go to a backwoods area for a job. And hopefully the snow is fine. If it starts to snow, then I'll have to come back. Let's see here. I think there's a new event. Celebrations of the shared watch have come to an end. I got attacked a lot during the shared watch. That was funny. Oh, they added some new quests.
For someone.
What is that?
Bill Goon. You might have seen him around, but chances are you haven't.
Blue Gate.
The thing about Bill Goon is I haven't seen him in a while.
Where's
So
the
I'd
rest
like
of the
someone
quest?
to make contact, if possible.
There they
You
are.
like a certain amount
Stella.
of uncertainty, right? A client wants the contents of a locked safe in Stella Montes. It's intact, so whatever's
Interesting.
inside has been there since before the Exodus. Bring me whatever's in that
Interesting.
safe. We'll just
What do we got here? Oh, new event! New event! When's... Oh, expedition starts in 7 hours. Okay. Weather monitor system. I feel like we should wait for this for after expedition. Because... Oh. Collect the required parts to build a private weather... Okay, well... If it's just charms and stuff, we can do this. Station help monitor the turbulent weather. Okay, start. Okay, this we can do. But, yeah, because we don't care about these things so much. The thing is what I've learned in the past is you do these events, and then you expedite, and you end up, you do the event right before you expedite, and you lose everything anyway. Okay, now what? Snitch scanners. I literally just used all my snitch scanners. Oh, that is a lot of wires. Oh, no, I have a lot of wires. They just want 3. Yeah, see, this key would be good to have afterwards. What the heck is this? I've never seen this. A comet igniter? What is that? Used to craft a deadline. It wasn't used to craft a deadline before. Okay. Okay, we can do that. What do I get for appearance stuff? What is this? Oh, they added a new face? Nice. I like her. Nice. Maybe that's who we'll be for the... after we expedite. What's this? Oh, a little bit of scruff. I like the scruff. I could be getting a little bit of scruff right before we expedite. Oh, that scruff's going on next, maybe. Okay, nothing for now. Are all these new? Beards? They didn't have beards before, right? I think that's all new. It's all new. That's cool. That's cool. Who's calling me? Oh, my mother's calling me. I wonder if she's watching stream while she calls me. Give me a second. I'll be right back, guys. Hey, we're back. Yeah, when your mom calls, you gotta answer, right? That's the rule. That's the rule. Queen's over here jamming out. I love it. I love it. How you doing, Queenie? Oh, I'm so tired. I'm so exhausted. I need a nap. But I thought I'd hop on here for a second. Your mom called me yesterday and I answered. Or I think I read that wrong. Yeah, you have to answer. When your mom calls, you have to answer. Oh. Aww. See, and I almost didn't. I almost didn't come. No, I almost didn't stream tonight because I'm so tired, and I was like, you know what? If nothing else, I'll just chat for a little bit and say hi, and then hop off. And then I forgot there was a new event, so I thought, you know what? I'll check it out. And if we only do one round, we only do one round. Let's see here. I don't see chill. I wish they would have patch notes like here in game. That would be nice. That would be nice. Let me do this. No. Let's do ammo. Do that. Aww. Or wait. That hurts. I like this one. Although, then those fingers are in the way. This one looks better to me than it looks to you guys. What if I did a double? Or a triple? It's a 3D heart. Oh, I'm tired. I'm so tired. Don't quit! Don't quit! Don't quit on me. I need your services. Oh, what's here? Hurricane? What's hurricane? Okay. Oh, this is like the tutorial. Strong winds are sweeping across the surface, affecting large parts of the area. Visibility and hearing may be reduced. Stay alert. Increase loot value. Debris affects shields. What? The debris is going to hurt me, but only my shields. Higher threat arc. What's that mean? Higher threat arc. I'll never quit on you, sexy. Oh. loves. I want this volcano to open. Okay, hold on. Let's look at patch notes. What's this? It's this? It's this. What's new? Hurricane map condition. 2 new arc enemies. What arc enemies? Weather monitoring. That's the new thing. Free raider deck. Did the deck come out? Oh, they updated the battleground, the dam? Wait. And facial hair, yeah, expedition window. Weapon balancing. Oh no, they balanced the Venator. Does that mean it sucks? That's all I got right now. I love those. Ooh, we can play the piano now. We can play the piano. Feats can now be re-rolled. What? 3 times a day for free. Oh, like our to-go for feats. Yeah, I don't care. You normally get enough of those points anyway. It doesn't matter. Oh, they removed the PvP feats. Okay, interesting. I mean, they should have kept that in for the people that want them. You should be able to... This should be an option as to whether you want these feats or not. Because I bet there's a lot of people that want those feats. Did a few existing feats and added a few new ones. Zip lines can no longer be placed on carryable objects. Why? All those videos were hilarious. It's a lot of new VTuber emotes. Is it all from one VTuber? Have you found yourself a nice new VTuber that you like? Mines, traps, and remote flares can no longer be placed on other deploy. That's funny. Okay. Nice. Who is it? Who is it? I don't get the VTuber thing that much, but I think it's because I haven't found one. Well, that's not true. Like, I think Peanut's hilarious. So I like Peanut, but I haven't really found anyone else that VTubes that I like, because it's all about their personality, right? Like, I don't think I found any. I think I tried to watch Iron Mouse a little bit, and I didn't, yeah. Who are they? Who are they? I don't know if I can hover over them in my multi-chat. Let me see. Yeah, I think Darkso, and Mr. Silk. Mr. Silk sounds familiar. Darkso I haven't heard of. Mr. Silk maybe sounds familiar. I am sweating in here. Oh my god. What'd they do to the Venator? Since the last nerfs. Kept an eye. What's wrong with it being a dominating weapon? It just means everyone that wants to PvP should be making Venators. Oh, they changed the crafting. They changed the crafting and stuff. Rocketeer. Now you need... That actually kind of makes sense. You need Rocketeer drivers to make wolf packs. That's stupid, though. But I guess it makes sense. They were really easy to make. That sucks, though. What else? What else? Maps. Broken interactions. What'd they do to Dam? Oh, good. They fixed the thunderstorm lighting because that was stupid. Lots of things on Stella. Chance finding rare loot and chimneys has been lowered slightly during Bird City map condition. Why? Nothing was that great there. Love them both to death. They are male VTubers and they both have different personalities. Yeah, see, I think I have to like the personality. That's the thing. I just haven't found any VTubers I like the personality. And it's kind of weird because there's a streamer that I used to watch that is now a VTuber and their personality changed. I think they're trying to have a VTuber personality, if that makes sense. And now I don't like them. Unfortunately. I think that's why I like Peanut. Because he's literally just him, but wearing a mask. Essentially. I think he used to stream before, not as a VTuber. And I think nothing changed with him. He just is still the same, but with a VTuber thing. Give me a sense of having someone by me. Oh, that's good. That's good. They don't say what they did to... Why don't they say what they did to Dam? What changed with Dam? I don't like that. Okay, let's see. Where's the Raider deck? Oh, we do got a new one. We got a new one. Surgeon. Ooh, I like that. I like that. I went through it with my friend. He used the video cam, and he went to VTuber, and I don't go there anymore. Like, yeah. Like, I feel like for the most part, you're either a pro gamer or it's your personality, and that's what people come for streaming. That's what I feel anyway, and which with me, that's really hard because I feel like I'm the most entertaining when I'm like peaking in my ADHD stuff. When I'm down like this and just like, wah, I find like, whatever, I guess I'm nice still, but like I'm not as entertaining. But it's just, it's weird that there's a VTuber thing, if that makes sense. Farmer Joe! Thanks for that Prime, buddy. Did you change your name on that one? You did, eh? Because that was called something else before. That was called something else. Thanks for that resub of the Prime. I appreciate you. Are you still doing some GTA RP? I gotta fix my shoutout thing. I gotta fix that. I gotta get that going again. It was like Twitch Guru or something. That stopped working. But then I think Shroom's still using it. So I don't know what's going on. But I love that thing. It showed the little clip and everything. I gotta get that going there again. Suckups very much himself, and he makes a lot of mistakes, so he's fine. I think that's why you guys like me more than anything. Is I'm just an idiot who makes a lot of mistakes. That last video, I got lost so many times again. We're going back home, and we're just mining for a while, I think. That's the plan. That's the plan. Okay, let's see. What's this deck? Unlock. I like this. This surgeon thing. I like this. What is all that noise? We're gonna get that. We'll save all this stuff and we'll just get the aesthetic stuff. What? We'll get that one. Ooh, yeah, see, that's pretty sick. I like that. I like that a lot. Just mine. Oh, just... Yeah, but not for a video. Not for a video, Queen. For a whole video, that would be so boring. It'd be fine for stream, but I don't think it'd be good for a video. But I think what I'm gonna do... Because I gotta do some stuff around the homestead anyway. So I think I'll do the mining. I'll put it in picture above my head. And then we'll have it like, you like those, eh? Those are so old, those emotes. Oh my god. Oh my god. You love watching what I get. But what if I don't get anything? I could freeze up the parts if I come across diamonds and stuff. Or iron. But I feel like for the most part, it's just gonna be stone. Is that Kitty? It is Kitty. Hey! We're over here just being all calm and collected. Kitty comes in here screaming. Oh, use my Prime on my alt. Looking at your emote. Oh, I see that. I see that. Yeah, did you change the name of your alt? That was something else before, wasn't it? Because I remember when you first used your Prime, I was like, hey, and I thought you were a new person. This time I knew. This time I knew. Nice. Okay, so I was asking, you must have been switching back accounts. Are you still doing your GTA RP today? Your old dementia elderly person stealing and selling limestone? The server was capped? Wait, what do you mean? But you were already on it. Oh, it's like cap. Oh, is it like time of day thing? Waited hours and got told you don't get in without tier 2 subs. But you were already in. Yeah, because I joined yesterday morning and played for 11. Wait, how does that work? I thought that was one specific RP server that you were playing on. I was gonna play on that, I think a couple years ago, and then it was too many loops and stuff. So I joined early in the AM when the pop was... Oh, okay, so it's capped per day. It's capped per day. Okay. But wait, what's this whole tier 2 sub thing? Is the person that runs the server a Twitch streamer too? And they only let people in that have tier 2 subs? I didn't realize that, if that's the thing. Ah, got you. Okay, I didn't realize it was like that. I thought they had a legit set limit of people in there. Like, I thought there was like a guest list sort of idea. It's their way to make money. They have subscriptions on their TI. Oh, okay. So you can buy Q skips. Oh, that's actually a good idea. It's not a bad idea. But yeah, I thought it was a tier list thing. Or not a tier list, a guest list thing. That... Why is it only 250? That seems low. I guess it'd slow down the server a lot, though, if you had more than that. Unless you had your own personal server. Yeah, that'd be heavy. So that makes sense. I guess. But, yeah, I thought it was, these people are on it, and that's it. And the only way people could join is if other people left. That's how I thought it was. Oh, so... Okay, wait. So, and they don't want to make it too high, or no one would buy this subscription. So, I thought 5M was one specific server. Do they have multiple? Let's keep buying these things. I actually really like this skin. That's a great skin. No, it's CFX, so it's GTA 5 with servers on it. It's a hub like Rust. Oh, I didn't realize that. When I thought I was applying for 5M RP servers, I thought that it was one specific server. Okay, I didn't realize. Because I'm pretty sure I was applying to specific RP servers. But I think one of them was through 5M, so I just thought that 5M was what it was, maybe? I don't know. We just finished talking about how I'm an idiot. What else is there? Keep that for now. We'll keep that. What do I need? 80 more? Oh. Should I bother advancing then? A nurse Scrappy! A nurse Scrappy! I feel like I shouldn't. I feel like I should wait. Ooh, look up it! That's great for Myers. Myers needs that. Okay. I want that, but... I would have... Whatever. Let's do it. 20 more. So the one I play on is public. It's not whitelisted, but there's usually a queue during peak game hours. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, okay. So that's why I thought it was a guest listed thing, because there are whitelisted ones. That's what I was applying for. I had to do this whole resume thing, have my character for them, and everything. It was when the GTA RP stuff was big. And Mike had wanted me to play GTA, so I thought I'd try it out, and I was going to hop on, and that was my whole thing for it. That was my whole thing for it. Grab that. Actually, that worked out perfect because then I'll save that, that, and that, and that for when we expedite. That works out perfectly. I'm keeping this outfit on though until we expedite. I kind of like that bag. I like the bat. It fits my whole aesthetic. Pop fits my aesthetic. The saw's pretty cool. We did the share thing. Got your back thing. Let's go back now to the walkie-talkie. Walkie-talkie. I gotta spend some tokens at some point. Okay, so this is the new deck, so therefore the new... We should look at the store too. This guy's much younger looking. I think we end up with the new kid. Oh, it's gonna go old again though. You know what? This is who we were the whole time. Shh. No one knows anything. We just put that batting helmet on you. But I feel... Oh, you like it? You feel pretty! Okay. You're a nurse now. You're my nurse, Scrappy. Scrappy nurse. Let's look at the store. What do we got? Sandwalker set's on sale. This blue goes all the way up. Oh no, it's reduced because I own that already. Never mind. This blue goes all the way up. The entire head. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that. Myers got it. And I saw it. I saw it. Rufus, what's going on? Hello. Okay, what's new? Curly short. Stubble beard. Don't we have stubble beard? I swear to God, we just looked at it. We got stubble beard. Macrame set. I own that bag. Do they not have any sales? Do they not have any sales? I kind of like this. The thing is I'm not even gonna wear any of these though. That one's only 900. What's that? I see you. Renegade Moon. This one looks cool. Oh, I kind of want that for that. But I'd never use it. But oh, everyone remember him? He was amazing. Can't remember his name right now. Started with an O or something. Why can't I remember his name? The Junkyard Astronaut. Okay, let's go with the Abyss set's pretty cool too. That's pretty cool. The flag's still there. It's still there. Oh, a true fencer's bow. I do kind of like that one. Ooh, that's a pretty sick scar. I mean, I guess we don't have to spend any money. That's kind of cool, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. I like, but I don't like. What's the difference between this stubble? Where is it? There, look. We got stubble. Stubble beard. Oh my god, it's a little bit thicker. Really? You want 500 tokens in that? We've been doing good, Rufus. We've been doing good. We've got one, did you see the one short where I'm screaming like a little girl? Also, Kitty! You came in and scared me. Now I see that you're still there. Don't say hi. Calling you out. Yeah, we've been doing good. That one video is up to, I think, 30K views and 500 likes. And all I was asking for was a hi. Just a hi. Not a I'm so tired. Oh my god. I'm so tired. And I'm hot. It's sweaty in here. Calm and collected. That's right. That's what I am in horror games.
Peeps, I'm here.
See, that's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. I hope you're having a good night. What was I saying? I am tired.
Hi there.
Why, hello. When I get tired, I start snort laughing. As my wife, it's real attractive. Okay, are we actually playing this tonight? Guys, I'm so tired. Oh, I guess we can check out the hurricane thing. I'm sorry. I'll try to be better. I'll try to be better. Man up. Man up. Okay. Need water. What are you guys saying? Okay, let's check out this new event. We got 7 minutes to check it out. I don't know what they did to change Dam though. I'm confused about that. Why am I so hot? And not in like a I'm gorgeous kind of way.
Hi, honey.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, I'm good if we lose all of this. I'm good if we lose all of it. Joe's been gone. He's been renovating his house. We haven't seen him. We lost our gaming buddy. So the expedition starts tomorrow. Are any of these at Dam?
One more thing.
Oh! I gotta go to the gardens. We're gonna get our green thumbs in. I actually have no idea what that says. Something about wanting the gardens. I want a nap. I ate some pita bread and hummus and passed out on the couch for like 10 minutes and then woke up with like Charlie horses. Had to walk them off. Oh, wow. Okay. So,
Celeste here. Be careful when you head to the domes, Raider. Whatever they were growing there seems to have
what
attracted
do I
all
gotta
kinds
get
of
from
attention.
there? Someone here? What the fuck was that? Playing game. What the fuck? I am hearing things. Did we? No, we spawned on time. We didn't spawn late. Okay, what is this? Hydroponics. Access the data archive in one of the domes.
Let's go to the domes.
What's going on over there? Can we use keys in this one? Oh yeah, okay. And I didn't bring a key. So it's like Cold Snap, right? We should be able to get double points for things. Should be able to, anyway. Are there trials right now? Oh, there are. No, the trials haven't ended yet. Okay. Trials are still going. What is smoking down there? Jesus, I thought those suits were freaking something. I thought they were people. We'll peek around the corner. Nothing good in these. What is that glitch? Oh, it's a tree. Nice tree glitch. No worries, I'm friendly too. I'm friendly too. It's all good. I gotta go over to hydroponic to do some quest.
Oh, what? Do you need help?
Hopefully not. I'm hoping everyone's friendly. I think this is a new...
Yeah.
Is this one of the new quests? I'm not sure. I haven't finished my quest since the last expedition.
I don't know, dude. Honestly, this is my 5th game, and I have not yet run into somebody not friendly, so I think you should be good.
Oh, yeah, I should be. Most of the games I play are friendly, so... Unless...
Alright, well.
Yeah. You bring really good loot in, though. Just be pre-warned. You bring really good loot in, and there's a higher chance that you're going to end up in a PvP match.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a heads up, like... Yeah, if you bring in legendary equipment, just be on guard in case.
Yeah, no, you're right. That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay,
Well,
GG's.
yeah, good luck.
You too. Hello, Golden. How's it going? I should call you Canada. Call you Canada. How you doing? Oh, what do we got here? Wait, I'm going this way. I was going the wrong way. I don't even know what I'm looking for. What's so special about this map? Oh, people are leaving. I thought there was supposed to be high wind, hurricane, debris, taking out my shield stuff. There's nothing going on here. There's nothing going on. Hurrying for the sword back. I feel ya. BBG sounds good. Walking in, BBG. It sounds like a sex acronym. Okay, hey, we're here. We're here. We made it. Yeah, the snow here was so heavy this frickin' storm. I spent 5 hours shoveling. It was ridiculous. My whole body is just in pain. Ooh, nice! I haven't been bowling in a long time. Bowling's a lot of fun, though. What do we got? Bowling is a lot of fun. I should have invited that guy. I feel like he just wanted to tag along. Now I feel bad. He was new to the game. I think he was just looking for friends. I didn't clue into that. Here we go! Yes! Okay, what else do we got? Upload the data to the computer terminal in the any field depot. There's one right outside here. Right here. There's a field depot right here, isn't there? Isn't it? Or is it a fake one? No, definitely a field depot. There we go. Let's go. You guys didn't get that much? We got a stupid amount. Like, just stupid. It's stupid. It's not even that it was a lot. That's not the problem. It's just how heavy it was. It's stupidly heavy. Like, just could not move it. One's right next to me. Sketch. Hey, why can't I breach that side?
Head home at the central swamp lift.
We should probably just go. I don't understand what's so special about this frickin'... Why can't... Oh, did I not take that spring? Damn. I meant to take the spring. This hurricane's dumb. This ain't a hurricane. There's no debris flying around. just swapped out a water filter. And it tries to give me a water filter. Oh. Feel like they're just fighting Arc? I don't know. Let's take this over. Oh. Are they talking about the friggin' hay bale rolling things? Where I live, I don't have to shovel. Well, that's good. That's good. I have to shovel. I have to shovel part of my street out too because I don't have space. Where's that noise coming from? I don't have space in the driveway for my work vehicles. So I end up shoveling out the street, hoping that I don't get tickets. I've only gotten 2 tickets today, this year so far, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good. But I have nowhere to stick my work vehicle. I have a van and a truck for work, and I need them for work. Although not the truck, I'm trying to sell the truck. I needed the truck while my van was in the shop, now I don't. What do you want here? Probably want that over shotgun. Lovely. What's going on with that light? Oh, I'm supposed to be going this way. Even, there's supposed to be a bunch of noise and stuff. And there just isn't. Why does that look different? What? Codex unlocked. What the fuck? What the fuck is that? What the hell is this? Okay. Well, that kind of threw me off. I wasn't expecting that. What are you up to today? What are you up to today, BBG? Aside from your back hurt. I hope your back starts to feel better. What's that now? Is this the same thing? Oh my god, it shoots fire! What the hell? What are these things? Firefly burner. Oh, that's the new thing I needed. Wait, I need one more of those then. How much do those sell for? Wait, we need one more. Can I crash this puppy? Oh yeah, I can. There we go. I heard someone do a zipper. I'm out. Oh, no, I'm not. Wait, what am I doing? Man, stuff's sounding weird. Stuff is sounding weird. A little bit of duct tape. I mean, might as well breach these. Might as well. Oh, I just remembered that there could be a timer on that thing. But we don't get it in time. I need to look at the map. Make sure we can still evac there. Oh. I think I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Oh no, we're still good. Man, that guy we ran into was so scared, just yelling friendly. Friendly, friendly, friendly! And he was flashing his light. They had something good on him. I bet he had something good on him. I'm a goopin'! What the hell is a fireball doing? Wait. Oh, fireball? What is that? What is this? What are you saying, Chill? Sorry, what were you saying?
I got some trinkets for trade if you got a 5-minute wristwatch.
I got nothing. I don't need anything right now either. Is there anything you need beside a wristwatch? I don't think I have a wristwatch. I do not.
What was the other thing I needed? Oh, the resin, the arc resin.
No, don't have one. Sorry. Those are. What the heck is that? Whoa! Oh, that's where these things came from. Oh, this is new. Holy! That scared the crap out of me. Let's see if it has arc resin for you. It does not. But,
what gun are you using? You fucked that thing up.
It's just a Bettina. Nothing special.
What's making that noise?
It's pretty much just a faster, what's it called? Anvil. Not as strong, but faster.
Well, definitely dispatch those guys with ease.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad. I've never seen one of those. That must be part of the new update. Okay. Yeah, you want to get bastions, or bastions and bombardiers are good for that arc resin stuff.
Arc orbiter is en route.
Oh, you're right.
Window is closing.
I gotta clip some big bullets.
Yeah, easiest place to get that is during Hidden Bunker. Because they're always murdering them, and most people don't care about that stuff. GG's. There's 2 new arc I came across. That thing. And this, like, flying fireball thing. This flying fireball. I've seen this guy before. I've seen that name. So I'm surprised that he sounded, like, new.
Yep.
Oh, whoa.
How's it going?
Whoa, sneaky motherfucker.
What?
It didn't give me that you joined warning thing.
Actually, it did. I heard it.
Oh, really?
Say beep, 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 beep.
I did not. I did not hear that. Yeah, there's 2 new quests, too.
I grabbed everything when it came in. Okay. I got them. What else we got? We got some gear, some
got
kind
the
of
new
some
deck
books or something.
stuff, too.
They're showing me a yellow indicator on my appearance. Oh, we got beards.
Yeah, beards
Nice.
are now. Beards are
Gotta lock 'em. Okay, okay, okay.
We're in luck.
Oh, look at me, looking good.
One more thing.
Okay, so I can get stubble right now.
Hey.
Okay.
I don't see any change on you.
I'm gonna put stubble. What's on my face?
Yeah, under your mask. You've got a ninja mask.
Oh, that's funny, yeah. I have. What is on my head? What the hell?
Stubble?
Oh, okay. No, it's Here, I'll take the thing off.
Oh, I don't like that. They changed that to a white background.
Oh, look at my head.
Oh, you got some, what's that?
It's like a tattoo or
Henna.
What the hell did they get?
Henna. Some henna stuff going on.
A henna tattoo?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
it's, I'll leave it on. It's fine.
It's not bad. Not bad.
I don't know where it came from, but okay. Let's turn on this button. There we go. I like the new outfit that's available too. I might go buy it.
The one with the goggles or whatever?
Yeah,
The
the new.
Google.
Where's it at? Oh, it's not available yet. Oh, it's in the. Okay, you have to win it.
Wait, what? Oh, the
Maybe
medic
not.
one? The deck?
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not the medic one. Wait,
There's
I
the
guess it's coming out
Valair
later.
set. With the,
That one, yeah, the
with
top
the
left one, the
goggles.
Valair, yeah, that's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Why can't I get to the? It won't let me get to the shop. Oh, they moved it to. Okay, never mind. I'm on the wrong. I'm clicking on the coins up there, and it's making me. Okay, I don't want to do that. I want to go shop.
Oh,
yeah,
it was taking you to
the
buy
Valair.
coins? Yeah.
Yeah. I thought I was clicking on that before and getting to the store. Yeah, I think I'll buy this bundle. Why not? I like the look of it.
Oh, do you still need spotter relays?
I need one.
Okay,
Let me see.
I got one for you.
Let me double check. Make sure. Trophy, spotter relays. I need one, yes.
Oh, this is awesome! They show you now what it recycles into. That is amazing.
Oh, nice. That is a good change.
That's
I like that.
great. That is fucking fabulous. Supposedly they
Now you don't have
changed
to
some
break
things in Dam. I don't know. What I was just playing was the
Yeah, they made a new
Hurricane
high
event.
tier loot room or something.
Oh, really? Okay. I was just
they
playing
said
the
you'll
Hurricane
know-
event, and there's supposed to be debris
Yeah.
that hits you. That was calmer than when you go into a normal fucking rainy day.
Yeah, but
Dam.
your backpack is sparking and stuff.
I don't know. Was it?
If you didn't see sparks come off your backpack, you weren't in the right event.
Well, I was in the Hurricane event, and it didn't do shit.
No, your shield should be sparking.
Yeah, it said it was gonna damage the shield.
Well, I
I-
didn't see you sparking anything.
I didn't. Okay, maybe I was in the wrong thing then. Maybe I was in the wrong thing.
'Cause I've seen video game footage and it's very bright. You can't miss it.
Okay, we're gonna try that again then.
Let's go do it. I have a light set on me right now, so I'm not really. I got stuff I can lose. I'm gonna buy a few more bullets. Can only do a couple tonight, but
Yeah, I could only
wanted to get
do
on a
like one
little bit.
more. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. I spent 5 hours shoveling today, and
thanks.
I'm burnt.
Oh, is it right before you played Minecraft?
That was 3 hours of it. And then I had to go back out, and I did another 2.5 hours. It was
Okay.
dumb.
Yeah, I watched your Minecraft video, and you were talking about how you were sweating from shoveling.
Oh yeah, my face was friggin' bright red and everything. I didn't
I'm
stop
assuming we can't use
today.
a key.
I don't know.
Can we
I
use a
thought
key at the
maybe it was
hurricane?
gonna be like. I thought maybe it'd end up being like Cold Snap or something.
It'll tell you on there if it can use keys or not, right? When you look at the map.
Oh, I don't know. I've never really looked.
So let's I'll
Hold
let you
up,
look at the
how am I
map.
out of
What
fucking inventory?
do you have so many shotguns?
I don't need this right now. Yeah, I got a lot of shotguns. That's true.
See that? What is in your safe pocket there?
These were the new things that I got.
Oh, the fireflies. Burners.
Yeah.
Cool. You're gonna need them for something, so you might as well hang on to them.
That's what I figure. I might not need them before Expedition now.
Yeah, probably not, actually, now I think about it. Expedition's in what, a few days?
Yeah. 7 hours
What?
it starts, and then it goes for the week or whatever.
We can opt to go in anytime starting tomorrow?
In 7 hours, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So I need to come out with my Bobcat then.
That's why I got all this fucking garbage.
$50,000 gun. No, I can't because I need the money, I think. I have no idea. I guess I'll know in 7 hours how much my stash is worth. Because I only have 1.8 million.
Oh yeah, you must have good stash though. They lowered it to 3
not great.
million anyway, so I think you're fine.
They made me give a lot to the expedition, so I gave up a lot of big stuff. But yeah, I'm saving some stuff. All right, we'll learn that later. Okay, I'm gonna just come lightweight. If you look at the map, see what it says. I'll grab a key from people.
Hey, what up, Mike? Yeah, I need to know when you wash that shirt right away how that holds up. Cause I gotta look at that. I might use that to set up easy merch.
It's a cool color. I like the color.
Yeah, yeah. The colors turned out just the way it looked on the site, pretty much. So I'm very surprised with that. I didn't think they would turn out that good, honestly. Let me just stick these on some guns. What do we got?
Yeah, see, that's silly. You should be able just to do that easily. Should have to equip it.
Oh, that's volcano.
That's not what your shirt said earlier.
Yeah, I made sure I designed that properly.
Nope. Nope. So, okay, keep me one of those.
You got all worried.
Yeah, like you forgot about me
That's
already.
funny. No. We got you. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. Of course. Oh, there's a hurricane. Spaceport. Okay. What do I got for Spaceport for quests? Anything? I think all my quests are fucking very
Let me read the thing real quick. On it.
Increased loot value, debris affects shields, higher threat arc.
So they don't say anything about
So
keys.
I must have backed out and then went back and clicked regular dam by accident and inspect. Yeah, no, the hatches still work.
Okay, I'll bring a key. All right, I got it.
Wait,
I'm ready to go.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. Hurricane confirm. Okay.
Delta Force.
Oh, I played a couple of raids of Delta Force tonight. Nice. Yeah, it is a good game. It's a good game.
There was a really old Delta Force game back in the 90s.
Oh no, Delta Force, the one he's playing is the free-to-play Tarkov one.
Oh, okay.
Or is it free to play? I thought it was free to play, but it was not as intense as Tarkov, but still a lot more intense than this.
Oh, okay.
I do believe. But it was good. It was good. But it was still too intense for me. Like, I liked the Cycle Frontier. And I like this. Like, just plain easy for dummies because I'm a dummy. It is free to play. Yeah. Mixed between this game and Tarkov, yeah. Yeah, it's not as in-depth as Tarkov, but it's still, it's good. It's good. I played it a little bit. I thought you did too, Chill. I thought we played it together.
Yeah, I think we did play. I think I'm remembering that.
I think it also came out
right.
at a time that there were a bunch of other games that came out at the same time, though. So I think we ended up bouncing between a couple other things.
Yeah, need to make one, but in a toy store. Like the whole world is a toy store. Make it all serious and have all these parts and all these things, but it's all toy store stuff.
They had that.
Like Tarkov.
What was that? That Army Men.
Yeah, that one, that like little
series.
commando game.
Yeah. That was actually
was like
pretty
that
fun
movie.
too. You're the
Yeah,
little
like
green
it.
army.
It was alright. There wasn't a game like this though, where you drop in and get stuff. That's all I would think would be cool.
That was fun, yeah.
And you got to make it to the extract, which are claws, like the the claws that pull you up in the games, you know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That would
like
be
your
cool.
grapple gun thing.
Yeah, like you got to get extracted out with a claw.
So dry too.
This is gonna be different. See how we're shiny? Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
So
this
what
makes
people
more
do is they
sense.
take
Okay.
them off.
So are we taking damage like in Cold Snap?
I don't know.
Yes, our shields are taking damage. Your shield just left. What the fuck?
I took it off. I took it off.
So let's
Just
see if we
people-
can get cover and see how that works.
Let's move to that
Where
location.
the hell are we?
It said debris. So I thought like there was gonna be stuff flying that was going to hit us.
Yeah, you will find some stuff.
Well, no, because the shield's just continuously going down. That's not how I thought it was gonna work.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
but you
I
came
was
in, you
definitely not in this.
It's just really hard to see. So I can see why.
Okay.
Hey, yeah, we're good. How you doing?
I'm pretty good.
Checking out this new event. Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, you don't take damage like Cold Snap. If you take cover, your shield stops taking damage. Wanted to give them a heads up in case.
I think they might be trying to shoot us.
Maybe. I wasn't sure. That's why I was still talking. Interesting. Okay, well.
I'm gonna put mine on and see if it recovers. No, so I have to actually charge it.
Wait, it drained yours completely when you took it off?
Yeah, when I took it out, it drained it.
Interesting. Okay, don't do that then. Yeah, so what do you
Did they
want to
leave?
do? This is probably my last one, honestly. I'm freaking exhausted.
Just see if we can find some
got all
stuff
my
and get
sports
out
car
of here, you
snipe
know what I
from
mean?
a collection as a kid. Oh, that's awesome! Have like 1,000 cards to go through and see if there's any valuables. Man, I love like organizing and sorting cards. My ADHD loves that shit.
Let's go to the warehouse.
Should have brought a key. So you want to stay outside as little as possible.
Great.
Okay. Does it recharge?
No,
Automatically?
no, it doesn't.
Oh, so you got to bring a shit ton of chargers, man. In this one.
My
So what we're gonna have to do is
my cousin, growing up, collected like so many Wayne Gretzky cards, and they are all worth so much now. It's great.
I'm looting in this building.
Oh, in the patch notes too, they fixed that fucking lightning storm lighting that we were complaining about the other day. They fixed that on Bluegate.
Lighting?
Yeah. Remember how we were saying how bad the lighting was? Like pitch black in some areas and super bright?
Yeah. Yeah. Now.
They fixed that. Supposedly they fixed it.
All right.
Ooh, nice!
What'd you get?
Not me. Mike's cards.
Oh.
We've got Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, Shaq. I would assume that some of those are going to be high value. Yeah, my cousin had a bunch of friggin' Wayne Gretzky rookie cards for frick's sake.
Cousin Vinny?
We're kid. No, not my cousin Vinny. My cousin on my mom's side. Kurt.
Somebody's been through here. Did you loot this locker here?
Nope.
Yeah, it was open.
I think this is a starting spot for some people.
It is, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I have a nephew, Vinny. Little Vincenzo. No
Vincenzo?
cousin.
That's cute. You know what I'm referring to.
Yes. Great movie.
One of the greatest movies of all time. Are you kidding me?
I had
Alright,
such a crush on her too.
Joe Pesci? Yeah, he's pretty hot.
Oh yeah,
Alright, where are we going?
sexy.
Oh, there it is.
I don't know. Let's go to water.
Following your ping over here.
Towers.
Oh man, I was following your ping. You had this ping over here.
I pinged where we are leaving.
Oh, we already went in here? Same one?
Oh yeah, I did that. There was one little drawer shelf.
Somebody just died over there.
Where? I see it. Okay, so you can still see flares go off of it.
I'm just grabbing everything since we're gonna probably just bail quick, you know what I mean? Just get some
Yeah.
stuff. I got a film reel and a rosary already, so that's good.
Go.
Alright, we're headed that way. How are the flying arc gonna be able to deal with this? Like, really?
Well, it said higher threat arc, so I'm wondering if that means more bastions and stuff.
Oh, and less flyers, that would make sense, because
Yeah.
there's no way they're flying in this. And you can't see people probably very well. I mean, that's what the blue indicator's for. So if you can live without a shield, you can pretty much sneak around pretty easily in this one.
Yeah, that's true.
We won't grab that mullet. Got it. Oh.
I'm gonna be so sore tomorrow, and I got so much work to do tomorrow.
Nah, man, just quit. It's just money. Who
Yeah,
cares?
just quit my personal business.
Go to that
Mid
location.
contract.
Hire someone to do it half the price and just take the money. Oh, it's definitely making you walk slower and everything.
Yeah, you can run with the wind and you run faster, I noticed. I tested
Yeah,
it.
we're going the wrong way then.
And I think that's a pretty cool feature.
Yeah, it's realistic.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can see you in the distance pretty far.
Oh, don't forget to drop that ping for me.
Oh yeah, crap. Here, I'll stick it in here.
And you do that, you stick it in there.
I will stick it in here. Oh, I didn't even have to stick it in here. It's already in there.
Oh, funny. Alright, I'll grab that as well. Let's do it. Boom, it's in my back. Let's go. Oh, I also needed one for a quest. I should have taken both of them.
Oh, here, yeah, take it then. There you go.
Yeah, it just said, you need to turn this in for a quest. Alright, we're gonna loot this warehouse? Okay.
Yeah, I guess so.
outside and put my damn shield on. Jeez. Yeah.
Finish inventory management in game. Logging off, guys. Game soon? Yes, we should play game soon. Absolutely.
Later.
You have yourself a wonderful night.
We get some goop. So they said on Dam you're gonna know you hit the new room when you see a Rocketeer chandelier. Does that tick on you?
Yeah.
I'm hearing close gunfire.
I thought I did too. My gun's about to die. Sounds good, Cabby. We normally start about an hour and a half ago. And then Saturday, Sunday, we do noon. Noon streams. Are you okay? No. Run, Forrest!
Alright, where's next? We'll work our way
I
down
don't know.
to
I
the hatch.
guess evac, really, yeah.
Well, evac's right here. We can just go.
Yeah, we should just do that, I guess.
Just dip. Sounds like someone's pissed off a bastard.
Someone firing on you?
That's firecracker or something. Is that you throwing them at me?
Yeah.
I was like, I hear firecrackers, but it's weird, man. Alright. I'm headed to the next
Oh,
one.
that's where it is. Okay.
And there are flyers, though.
Are there? Oh, I need a
they're
snitch
flying
scanner.
just
I
fine.
need a snitch scanner.
See him?
I saw your ping.
Oh, man, look
there
how
he is.
slow you go. Damn. Damn trees.
Kidding me? Where are you going?
Can't see this shit.
Fucking little bitch. You're supposed to come towards us. God. Make us hunt you down.
Rolling with the wind this time. I'm gonna press the button. See if I get shot. Ready?
Yeah.
Freaking crazy. Oh, there's a roller
Oh.
over there or something.
Whoa! I don't know what he was about to fire at me, but it did not look good.
I think he explodes.
He does something.
You have a smoke grenade at all?
No.
I have a lure grenade. I have a feeling I might get shot at over here. top off my shield.
Ready? Let's ride! As they do say. What did I just
Pressing the
hear?
button. I don't know, but I'm pressing.
I thought I heard art.
Yeah, there was something activated.
Oh,
Yeah, bag full of stuff.
So very
Alright,
very
I'm gonna
tired.
turn this thing in. Let me see what my next round of crap that I need. Hey, we got 1 star for killing something.
Ticks, maybe?
Yeah, ticks. I am Daredevil 1. Okay, cool. I mean, that's we're still in the same week. That's right. We haven't rolled over yet. That's tomorrow, huh? Cool. Okay, so I should be able to go turn this in now. Let's see, Raider. Go here. Yep. Trophy. Yep. Turn in the spotter relay. Oh yeah. Now what do I need? Holy crap, dude. You're gonna. Oh, okay. I need arc performance steel. Shredder gyros. What? How many? 5? Son of a bitch. Leaper pulse units. 10.
Baby. Oh yeah, you're still.
Dude.
Wait, you're still on the.
This
you're
is the
still on
trophy.
the
I'm level
case.
3 now.
I thought you
yeah.
said you gave up on the trophy case.
Oh, I did until I started putting things together.
Because you need matriarchs.
I
and
gave you my
queens,
bastion
remember?
cell, so down on those. Damn. Okay. That's fine. I got that done with. I need metal parts. I need to break some stuff down. Yeah. Okay, so I have this spotter relay. What am I supposed to do with this? Trader. Which quest is this? Oh, okay. Still got to do the parking garage and the main street of Buried City. Scope out a covered spot in the attics around Main Street. Scope out a covered spot in parking garage. Okay. So I gotta go to Buried City for that quest. I'll save it in my stash. What? Why is my stash full? I had a ton of space earlier. What the hell? Weird, man.
Just put my patina.
I gotta sell some crap now.
I gotta workshop some stuff. What do I got? 3, let's make 2.
Okay, my bags are clean. Yeah, that kind of event's gonna suck down your shield turners. Yeah, those I have done. They changed the chicken up a little bit too.
What do you mean?
Changed the interface a little bit.
Oh yeah, I don't like that. That I don't
Yeah.
like. Yeah, that
Can't
I don't
make
like the white
Shield
background.
turners?
Broke.
Yeah. The other one was better. I think they expect to add more there or something. They're building room for something.
Oh yeah, maybe. Good. Do that, I guess. No. Interesting. Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
Oh yeah, go to the expedition. It tells you your total value. Fuck, I'm only at 4 million. Fuck. It's actually not.
Oh, okay.
good. Jesus.
I'm only at 3.1.
Well, that's all you need.
I got enough though. That means I'm gonna lose all anyway. So.
Yeah, exactly. So start
But I
playing
can't-
with your.
No,
with your
because I
Bobcat.
need the guns and
Yeah,
stuff
but you're
for
gonna
the
come out
value.
of there anyway. For the little bit that you're gonna need, we can go and do a couple Stella runs real easy. And
One
get
of
it
these
back.
guns is 50,000. Oh, that's my money. 10 leaper units, dude. That's. I'm really gonna have to give up on that.
Yeah, we had 10 for that. Remember I did that, and then I had another 10 for something else or something? Oh, motherfucker, I need to
This is
find
crazy.
a wristwatch.
You're already on level 3 of that one? Okay, cool. I don't have any comet
just
igniters yet.
sold my fine wristwatch. I guess they
Somebody wanted
lowered
one too before. That's
the
why that guy wanted it.
The what?
That's why that guy wanted one of
Yeah,
those from
yeah,
you
that's
earlier.
what I was thinking. Yeah, I guess the bird thing or whatever in Buried City, they lowered the thing for it, like the loot rate, the good loot
bird
rate
thing?
for the
Oh,
bird's
yeah,
nest,
yeah.
which I think is
Yeah.
stupid because you were getting that great of loot. It was trinkets, like it's.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything spectacular.
They brought it down? Really?
Yeah, yeah. I thought that was silly.
It's kind of crap. Yeah.
Let me bring it up.
Okay, I'm all set for next time. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it this way. This is good. We'll play next time.
Yeah, yeah. I should be on tomorrow, no problem.
Yeah, I
What
hope
do
so
we got
too.
here?
I should be
We
do a couple
got
more rounds tomorrow.
patch highlights. So it was weapon balancing, blah blah blah. For the Venator, they're like, we noticed as the top ranking for PvP. Okay, so keep it. Just everyone makes Venators, whatever. Why would you have to balance that out? Just let everyone play with the Venator. I think that was actually good. It made for good gunplay too. You can play with a piano now, I guess. Interactable object in the world, so I'm curious about that. That might be on Dam in the condos or something, and probably Buried City in the condos. Feats can now be rolled. This is stupid too. They removed the PvP feats. I think that should be an option to have them on or off, because if someone's for someone who
creds?
plays PvP only in this game, you just removed for creds, yeah. You just removed that for them? Like, that's shitty. You should just be able to choose if you want PvP feats on or off.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Alright, I got my new look.
Updated, added some. Oh
Looking
yeah, the
good.
zip lines can't be placed. Nothing can be placed on top of each other anymore. So all that funny stuff with the zip lines on the batteries and mines on the flares and everything, all that stuff doesn't
That's
work
funny.
anymore, supposedly. But yeah. Oh, and
Got my new
Wolfpacks.
outfit on.
Wolfpacks now
Yeah.
cost a Rocketeer driver.
Oh, come on, man. Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Which kind of makes sense because they are pretty OP. It sucks, but they are pretty OP, and they were cheap as hell to make.
I think I have a Rocketeer driver. Yeah, I have 3 of them already.
Yeah, and I think you get 3 per Rocketeer. So if you use one wolf pack to take down the Rocketeer, I think you gain 2 more wolf packs. So it just means that you got farm Rocketeers, and the shitty thing about that is there's like 1 to 2 per level normally.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to give these Bastion cells to this trophy thing. I think I'm going to give up on the trophy thing. I do have 2 of them, but it needs 5. All they're going to give me is the blueprint for something that I'm not going to need. So I'm not going to do it. So when I reset, is all this going to start over? The trophy stays where it's at?
No, the trophies and stuff stay where it's at. So that was the thing. Like last time before Expedition, I maxed out all that stuff, got all my stuff that got wiped anyway. And I was like, shit, I should have just waited and did it on fresh wipe, because then I would have gotten a bunch of good stuff on fresh
blueprints
wipe.
and stuff.
Like,
you get all the gifts and then you lose them all.
It was pointless to do them.
Exactly. I'm feeling like I'm in a holding pattern right now myself, I'm telling you. So I mean, I'll still play for the events and stuff, of course, but I'm gonna reset as soon as I can. I might even reset tomorrow.
Can we do it tomorrow, or does it wait the week? I think
7
we can
hours,
accept it tomorrow, but then it doesn't actually happen for a week. That's how the last one went, I think, if I remember correctly.
So you have like a week to get your money in order.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty much telling you, hey, you got a week left to get your fucking shit.
I'll get on tomorrow. We'll do some fun stuff, I guess. We'll just chill and play around.
Yeah.
Just don't get too crazy. I don't want to lose all my money and not be able to afford it.
Yeah, no, worst comes to worst.
2 guns is 100 grand.
And I think we'll be fine.
We should go
5 hours, everything changes. What am I? I'm 50th. Yeah, I knew I was gonna stay here. No one's changing me.
What about me? Am I going up or down? Let me see. I'm going up. I'm 24th.
There you go.
I'm in the middle of the pack of the promotion, so I'm gonna go to Daredevil 2.
Nice.
I'll take it. It's in the top echelons of the scale, right? So I'm happy with it.
All of the Daredevil stuff's the same too. You don't have any variants for anything.
Yeah.
I wanted the pink brown fucking outfit.
Hot shot, yeah.
Oh well.
But you're in the Daredevil 3.
And then even fucking the only thing you get for Katina top 1000 is a fucking 1 blue-orange outfit. There should be like at least 3 things there for being top 1000.
I don't know.
That's crazy. Okay.
I got my new outfit on if you go back to the lobby. Check me out.
Oh, I didn't even see it. Yeah, you got it. There you go. I was like on the fence with that mask. I wasn't sure. I like it, but
you can do all kinds of different combinations with it too.
Yeah,
like
I saw. I was playing with it.
You can just do goggles like this. I'm back now. It should be goggles.
Yeah. I like
3,
the mask
2,
up
1.
one.
Where's the goggles? There they are. And you can do off completely. That's dumb. Visor up. Yeah, that's cool.
I think too. Once they introduce new color schemes for it, I'll like it more.
There's the goggles up. Come on. It's taking a while to sync up on your side.
Yeah, I don't see it. But I know I played with it and everything before you got on.
You can see my tattoo with it that way. My henna tattoo.
Yeah, there we go.
And then I go back. I like it on though. Yeah, I like it on. You can also hood up and hood off. So check out the hood off.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I played with it.
That looks like a robot.
It was good. That's what I liked.
There it is.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Did you look at your new deck? Yeah, look at the new deck.
I saw what it was going to be already.
I like the surgeon outfits and stuff. It's cool.
Yeah, I like the red medic look to it. Is at the end? Probably towards the end, huh?
That one?
Yeah, no, there was like a... Oh, never mind. I was looking at concept art before. Yeah, no. These are just okay. They're kind of washed out looking, but I mean, it's realistic, I guess, to apocalyptic clothes. We get a little chicken thing. Okay.
Oh yeah, that, I already got that. I got that.
I'm gonna buy the
Scrappy
beard right
is
now.
a nurse.
Oh, it's free.
Oh yeah, yeah. The decks are always.
Why is the beard free? It says 150.
No, that's the other one. That's the beard. It's a little bit longer scruff.
No. Go to your deck.
Yeah, that you got your stubble, and then
Go all the way to the bottom.
Yeah,
Of your deck.
This is the beard that you get once you complete it. But if you look at
No,
your,
I can buy it right now. It says unlock for free.
What?
I
No,
think it
you're
was part of
unlocking your
my-
deck. You're not unlocking the beard. You're unlocking your deck. You still have your
Yeah,
deck
but it
locked.
says free.
Yeah, click it.
Click it. What do you mean click
Unlock for free,
it? Okay.
and now you can start purchasing your deck items.
Oh, you have to unlock the entire
Yeah.
thing. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's locked.
And then you
That's
can use your
misleading as
cred
hell.
to unlock everything.
It shows 0 coins, but yeah. I see. Okay, but I can still buy it because I have 150. But you have to spend 9 too. Okay, so
Yeah,
can't
because
get
you
it all
gotta
the way to
go
the top.
through each page sort of thing, right?
I see.
That's why. But you should have, like, your cred all maxed out for the
I
most
have
part
a
anyway.
couple hundred, yeah.
Yeah. That stuff comes with it.
I don't want some of these things though.
Yeah, I know. So with my deck, I bought the things I wanted. I'm not getting the beard until after Expedition, mainly because I want this box, the Tactical
Yeah.
M3 Revival, this
Yeah, I'm
Raider
with you.
Hatch
Don't buy
key,
that crap. You're gonna lose it all.
and
Yeah.
this Tactical M2 for after Expedition. So that's
The
why
only thing I'm using is coins right now.
I bought everything else because I was like,
Yeah.
whatever, but those are the 3 things I want. I didn't care about anything else. I just sold them.
Right, save it. Yep,
Yeah.
smart.
So I was like, okay, maybe my next character will have a beard.
Nice. Mine will too. All right.
Beard buddies. I got some stuff.
Cool, man.
now.
All right.
Okay, have a
Yeah,
good night.
I have one in real life. But yeah.
Yeah, I always got stubble. I shave and then an hour later I get stubble.
Yeah, Italiano.
Oh yeah. Hairy everywhere. It sucks.
Yep.
Okay, have a good night.
Have a good one, man. Later. GG's.
GG's. Okay, guys. Let's see. We'll take a quick look. Who's on? Do a little raid ski. A little raid ski. I'm so glad everyone loved that freaking video. I thought people would. I wasn't sure if it'd get pushed enough for everyone to see it though. So that makes me happy. Anyone? Overgirl TV is back. Ooh, Jen's playing Cult of the Lamb. Hazy's playing Burgling Gnomes. Shroom's playing High on Life 2. Oh, you know what? I say we just call it tonight. I'm just gonna hop off. I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the chats. Thanks for the scares and shit, kitty. I love you guys. And yeah. Love you, Queenie. Yeah, I'm just so burnt out and tired. I'm sorry. And I still gotta do my Minecraft video, like right now, so that I can go to bed. Because, I gotta work first thing in the morning. So I won't have time to do it in the morning. But, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Have a good night, guys. Cheers. GG's. All that fun stuff. Have a great night. Peace. Don't know why I did that weird kiss at the end. That was weird. I'm tired.